Welcome to 2K Sports for another. And tonight we have a couple teams with Doris a lot to look forward to.
I'll tell you, Kev, plenty of optimism around both of these franchises, whether we're talking players, coaches, even their fans. Everyone is excited about what the future may hold.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Klingon. Then there's Grant. And it's Kamare in at the 4.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
Pass to Markkanen. Over Grant. Markkanen can't get it to go. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside, Simons. Back to Avdia. Shot clock at 6. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Pass to Collier. Markkanen with it. There's the 3. And Klingon pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to Simons. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to Atlanta. Here's Kamare. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. Outside, Simons. Drills the three-pointer. Simons has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And shooters shoot. And Simons sure has a feel with that quick trigger.
Here's Sexton. Over to the left wing. Here's Collier. 17 points in his last outing. Good on the triple.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Portland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sexton against Avdia. And it goes down 2 points. Simons has got 7. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Filipowski. Markkanen from outside. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that 3-point shooting ability.
And it's Avdia off the drive. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Now, here's Simons. He has 7. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter, and the shot goes down. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Out to the wing. Filipowski passes to Kessler. Fires for 3. Collier. That's good. Collier's got his 2nd bucket.
Oh, Walker Kessler showing you his passing ability. Nicely done.
1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Avdia against Sexton. There's the screen. Grant for 3. Cans it from downtown.
What a response from Grant. If his team wasn't fired up, they are now.
Here's Collier. 6 points for him. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air and he'll finish.
Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Grant. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. Nice back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
The free throw drops for Grant. Doris, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those two players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
Now, here's George. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Tie game in Utah. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
We've got Williams. He's out there with Keontae George. And it's Potter in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Here's Henderson after the basket by Utah. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Sensabaugh. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Sharp against George. Now here's Henderson, guarded closely. Williams with the defensive effort. Pass to George. Here's Potter. The Jazz working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And the first one at the line is good. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Martin, he's checked in for Utah. Both good from the line that time. Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title. A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Outside, George. The kick out to Williams. Back to George. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Jazz. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Sharp against Williams. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Williams passes to George. Martin kicks to George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound.
Boy, is he active. I love seeing Sharp just get after it on the backboard.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Entirely new group here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Murray. Grant comes in for Walker. Avdiaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in for Shaedon Sharp. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19. He's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he's certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. And the first one drops. BB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
The Jazz making a switch here. Filipowski's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
I think one of the impressive things about the young Walker Kessler is you know what you're going to get night by night. Great shot blocking and consistent rebounding and defense.
Here's Kamare. Still without a basket. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Filipowski passes to Markkanen. Another miss by Utah. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
Here's Filipowski. Pass to Kessler. The open look here for Sexton. Bangs home the trifecta. Sexton's got 5 now.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
Here's Klingon. Now, here's Grant. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Sexton. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Hey, DB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
Free throw good, Sexton.
Well, Colin Sexton, I mean, great athleticism, unbelievable quickness, but there is an intensity that pours off this guy nightly that you have to admire.
And Sexton drops them both. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Oh, Denny Avdia can get up there, folks, when he wants to.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Utah trailing here. Here's Collier. He's got 6. Right side, Markkanen. Shoots over Grant. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 7. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey, everybody. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Taking a look at Portland, they haven't played their best ball. It's an understatement. Looking a little lost and flustered right now. It's almost like they don't have any confidence in themselves.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Utah's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Grant. Avdia is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the power forward position. The Trailblazers shooting so well, 63%, the offense working as one cohesive unit. Grant kicks to Simons. Shoots over Collier. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the first bucket of the third here for the Trailblazers. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size. and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
This is a shot Colin Sexton has worked so hard to improve on. Can he be consistent from three-point range?
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Chance now to take a look at some numbers for Shaedon Sharpe.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Kamare. He has yet to score. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Collier. Pass to Sexton. From 12 feet out. And again, it's Utah.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
Inside, and it's Klingon with the jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Doris, as we've watched Avdia, he's a real threat from the perimeter now.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really good at a lot of different things on a basketball floor. I think the consistency from range wasn't there early, and defenders would give him a cushion. That is no longer the case. You can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Kamare. Now Simons. Pocket 6, the shake, and it's good on the way in. Simons has got 16 points.
Yeah, and while he's not the biggest guy in the world, Simons will battle and make some tough shots like that one.
Now here's Sexton. It's over Avdia. Again, the Jazz score.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Pass to Klingon. Simons with the screen for Klingon. Grant surveying the D. And stolen by Sexton. Last break, here come the Jazz for the finish. Now that's going to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Now, here's Avdia. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. 1:20 left to play in the third. Sexton, the rebound by Simons.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Avdia kicks to Simons. Back to Avdia. Avdia, a screen on Sexton. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Simons has got 6 in the quarter.
And this is what Simons does best. Once he catches fire, this guy is a tough one to put out.
Bounce pass Kessler. Markkanen from outside. Trains it from beyond the arc. Markkanen's got the lead up to 6 now for Utah.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Sexton against Avdia. Sexton deciding where to go with it. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Jazz lead by 4. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Trailblazers trail by 4. Williams is out there with George. Then it's Martin. And it's Potter in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. No one covering. And that's now 7 points for Shaedon Sharpe.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharpe's range.
Martin with a screen on Henderson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. It's Henderson on the wing, defended by George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And how about that move by Sharpe against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Sharpe. And Sharpe drops them both. Utah has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Henderson against George. Here he goes. Henderson pulls it in. Portland trailing here. Sharpe on the wing. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. 6 to shoot. Murray, a screen on Martin. Here's Sharpe. Drills it from outside. Sharpe's got 8 points in the quarter. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here's George. Martin dishes to George. Basket counts. George has got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go. Keep it going. Let's see it.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And Portland has possession. Outside, Avdia. Simons surveying the D. Over Collier. And it's Simons missing. And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. Here's Filipowski. Pass to Sexton. The three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Grant. Nails the baby hook.
Boy, Jeremy Grant showing some level-headed poise in the face of a big moment. Big-time shot.
Here's Collier. Outside, Sexton. Connects from three-point range.
Big basket by Sexton. You see why his team will lean on him in these moments.
Outside, Simons. Outside, Avdia. With the shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Now, here's Markkanen. Outside, Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Big shot player Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
Here's Simons. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Turning into a sensation in a hurry. Get your tickets to see Simons.
Offside, Markkanen. 9 feet out. And soft on the front of the rim and drops.
The willingness to embrace the pressure. Markkanen, big-time delivery.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Now, here's Simon.
Such a disruptive defender, Kessler, one of the best shot blockers this league has to offer.
Floats one, and it's Collier missing. Now, here's Avdia. Not a lot of room. The kick out to Simons. Nails the tray.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Hands it from downtown.
Well, Markkanen accepting more and more responsibility over time. Some leadership right there.
Outside, Simons shoots over Collier. Count! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Stepping it up. There's the shot-making ability of Simons.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
On the clock now, your high squad. Get up and let it go. Until everybody who likes the 3-6-3.
Seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Kessler screen on Grant. Three-pointer, Markkanen. can't knock in the three. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Three-pointers, Simon. No good from three-point territory. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From Delta Center, back in a moment. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. Filipowski's out there with Walker Kessler, and it's Collier in at the point. Here's Collier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Collier, 2 shots.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Portland's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Clinging with it, working on Kessler. Here's Avdia. The kick out to Simon. Off target with his 3. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. The lead is 2, and it's in there. Sexton's got 22 points.
Well, slicing his way to the cup. Sexton's so dangerous on the drive.
Now, here's Simons. Shoots over Collier. Portland no good that time either.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Sexton's shot is good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
There's a certain resiliency
to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Pass to Markkanen. Down low. Here's Filipowski.
Now, this is why people like to play with Mr. Markkanen. This guy is a solid passer out of that forward spot.
Here's Simons. True on the 14-footer. Simons has got 31.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
It seems to me a lack of effort and a lack of communication, and it's happening to both sides here late in the game.
Here's Collier from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Simons from outside. And it's hauled in by Markkanen.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Stolen by Avdia. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Grant up top. He's covered by Kessler.
Well, the length and athleticism that Jeremy Grant possesses puts the defense in a tough spot. That's nice.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And it's tied up with that one.
You know, he doesn't let that opportunity slip by. Buries some big shots at the line.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Collier We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sensabaugh. Avdia with the rebound. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Simon's up top. Pass to Klingon. To take the lead. Yes!
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
To the inside. Here's Filipowski. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Look on in, Jazz fans. It's your Utah Jazz game.
For the win. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And as we play into another overtime, the tension continues to build. Both teams refusing to quit. And here is Simon. Pass to Kamare. Here's Grant. And the layup is good.
But Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
Let's find out the news on Lowry Markkinen. David, what's the update?
Hey guys, Utah's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that although he twisted the knee pretty badly, nothing looks like it's torn. He won't be returning to the game, guys, and he may be off the court for a short period of time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Second free throw, no good. Grant outside. Pass to Kamare. Here's Avdia. Bangs home the trifecta. Avdia's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, just ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hands. That is Denny Avdia. This guy has an instinct to score it.
In the corner, it's Kessler. Kessler, a screen on Simon. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Utah ball.
Clock is at 3. Here's Collier. Blocked again. They get it back to the left side wing. Sexton for 3. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Man, can he get up and finish with power?
To the left wing. Here's Sensible. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Pass to Sexton. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Kessler. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Outside, Simon shoots over Collier. And Portland again with the bucket.
You've got to keep track of Simons all over the floor. Give him an inch of space, and he'll burn you.
Pass to